Welcome back to Not Quite My Tempo with Chris. This weekend we got a new crime thriller starring Alan Ritchson, Motor City. Directed by Patsy Ponsaroli, in 1970s Detroit, John Miller falls for a local gangster's girl. In retaliation, the gangster enacts a frame job to send the innocent man to prison. Life ruined, Miller plots a revenge campaign against the man who took his girl away. This movie originally caught my attention with that revenge concept and the fact that it's starring Alan Ritchson, who plays Jack Reacher on the Amazon Prime Reacher show. I still have only seen the first season of it, but I really enjoyed it. And Richardson brings a physicality and a good action star persona that I was excited to see lead what sounded like a solid crime and action thriller, and unfortunately this movie was a letdown for me. So with some good on this one, you have the setting of 1970s Detroit that I think is brought to life really well here, and adds a lot to the environment of the story. The costume and production design of the old cars and wardrobe add some style, and the griminess of the streets and how gritty it all looks and feels brings you into this crime world and makes you feel the nastiness of this story. There's these gangsters and corruption, things look beaten down and destroyed. You feel like horrible things are going on here and are going to fuel a lot of what continues during the story. But with some of the nighttime shots, you also get some beauty with the neon lights, the shadows. There's some truly gorgeous shots here that bring some of the nighttime vibe of the city. It feels different, but also the same dangerous place. The beauty of the shots and the need to make this area of the city feel seedy never compromise each other. And with this movie, there's extremely little dialogue. We'll talk more about that aspect in a bit. But talking about that with the cinematography and shots, there are some moments where the characters have to communicate things with no dialogue, and it brings back small details from earlier, uses the setting and different items that has a lot of artistry and creativity in these shots. Now, with that lack of dialogue and these quiet moments, I think that style is mostly that. It's got some interesting style. On a story level, I think it made the story way longer and drawn out than it needed to be. This is a very simple revenge story plot, and while I can appreciate the desire to do something different with some more artistry perhaps, I don't think it served the story or genre well here. There's not enough plot or character here to justify how long some of these scenes go on, and the lack of dialogue doesn't make them deeper or more engaging. If anything, I felt it made the story more dull and confusing. It's playing in this genre that I really enjoy of these revenge crime thrillers, but the way it's moving with its storytelling and pacing made me way less into it than I wanted to be. There's stretches of the film, particularly in the middle, where it feels like nothing is happening. There's character interactions, but nothing feels like it's really progressing or getting deeper. And this really hurts the revenge aspect of the story, where you want Alan Ritchson's character to be on this hunt, to be making moves to get his revenge. And for a lot of the movie, he's not doing that. It feels very confined and like it's dragging its feet. So that raw emotion of a revenge story that is in the concept of the film really falls short as well. Where it all goes with the ending as well is very strange. This final scene feels like it was supposed to be this shocking thing that gets really profound, but it also feels very gimmicky and like they were being overdramatic, without having a real reason to justify what they did. As an action movie, it also disappoints. It's very light on action, which I could have been okay with if the revenge and crime plot was better and if it didn't feel so slow, but the finale does bring a lot of action, and unfortunately most of it is disappointing, especially as it being basically all the action that the rest of the film was building to. There's shootouts, some hand-to-hand and knife stuff. Most of it is fine, nothing really remarkable. It's serviceable, but can also feel a little lifeless. There is one fight in an elevator that gets nuts and has some clever camera work and choreography. Other than that, the finale didn't have that impact it really needed. Overall, Motor City was close to being for me, but I just don't know who I would recommend this to. As a crime thriller, it feels distant and drawn out. The lack of dialogue hurt it more than anything, and the revenge emotions aren't strong. As an action movie, there's very little of it, and the action there is doesn't deliver strongly enough. There's some stunning cinematography and production design to appreciate, but other than that, as someone that likes this genre a lot, I did not care for it, and unfortunately wouldn't recommend it even if it sounded compelling to you. It just doesn't satisfy what I wanted, and I think it failed at what it was going for. I give Motor City a 57 out of 100. That's going to be it for me today on Not Quite My Tempo with Chris. I'll be back on Wednesday with a 3-movie highlight on some Jackie Chan films, but until then, enjoy.